Well, just a little update here. I made one of these, kind of a prototype, and I carried it around for, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks, figuring out what I wanted what changes I want to make, and just finished making this one, and that one's going to be around for a little bit. It's a very hefty pocket. Carry a lot of, those are all discipleship materials. But anyways, that's a tablet cover, and I'll show you exactly what happened. The previous one, I didn't have quite as much lip here, but I had it glued in place. And this one is sewn in place. I had contact cement used for the other one, and it's around here somewhere. Yeah, there's the first one. Had contact cement, and I thought it would hold it. Surely it didn't fail, but it wasn't going to hold forever. So this one is actually sewn in place. It's glued in place and then sewn, and I've got my stitcher it'll go through just about anything. And I don't have a place for this. I don't use the camera on this thing. That could be put into place, but just turned out pretty fair. It won't go nowhere. It is a little bit. I ordered this thing on Amazon. We went for a ride, didn't we? A little bit of obstinate to get in there, but I'll leave it in there. And I had several things in mind. And one of them is to be able to read. And when I made the lip bigger, it just dawned on me before I was having a hard time holding on to it. And now that little lip gives me just the right area to hold on to be able to read. And then it won't stand up by itself. I probably could make it to where it could. But on my little exercise bike, which I use faithfully twice a year, whether I need it or not, I have a little stand where I watch my episode of MacGyver. But anyways, that's just pretty fair right there. Pretty fair. I'll tell you a little. It might not make sense unless you're a leather worker, but everything was going fine. I did two things. At first I thought, I'm going to put a pocket on this side. I cut it out. It's around here somewhere. And then it dawned on me when I went to assembling it, you'd have to turn a double corner here across. It got too contorted. I'm like, that is not worth the effort. See, this is actually sewn to the yellow, and then the brown is glued on. This is actually sewed to the yellow. There's no stitching there. That's a turned edge, and then inside of the turned corners. Well, there was something else I was going to say. A mind's a terrible thing to waste, isn't it? But it just turned out pretty good. So it's sewn in place, and turned out pretty fair. And I started teaching with this, and right away said, well, I need to make a holder for it. Boom. Ain't quite broke in yet. There you go.